Good morning, Josie. Welcome back. I went live a little earlier than I was planning on it. Got my son here with me today. He's gonna hopefully help me catch some fish. We're in a different spot today. We're at Sun River in Great Falls, Montana. I've had fairly good luck with pike here in the past, though it is very warm out today and it's a very shallow river. So I don't know how well we'll do. We'll try here for a little bit, and if it doesn't work out, I'll move downstream to where Sun River meets the Missouri River. We're gonna get carp pole in the water. Yeah, so that's the hook that I'm using right now, Josie. It's a 1/0 bait hook. Again, smaller hooks will work. I just use a bigger hook because it's got a longer shaft on it, a wider gap. Helps you fit a good chunk of bread on there. If you use smaller hook, you're gonna have to use smaller pieces of bread, and they tend to come apart, fall apart in the water, and so the smaller ones don't last as long. Hey Techie, welcome to the live. We're just getting the carp pole baited up here. So I got my bread dough, rolled it into a ball, dipped it in some Jell-O dust, and you just kind of stick the hook through the center there. And I always take and bring a piece of it back and try and squeeze it around the eye of the hook. It just helps hold it on there a little bit better. And then you want to kind of form it down around the shaft of the hook. Again, Josie, I'm using it. It's called a high-low rig. You don't have to use them. They're really handy, though. I use them for catfishing, carp fishing. Pretty much anytime I'm not throwing a lure, I got a high-low rig on. Because you got two hooks. They don't tangle. You got clips and everything built in. They're steel leader. They don't break on you. It's like a crappy rig almost, but steel leader. You can get the plastic, the cheap versions of them at Walmart or any sporting goods place. They call them a crappy rig. I buy these off of Amazon. You can get like a 24 pack of them for $10. Trying to remember the brand. It's one of them Chinese garbage brands. Yoto, Y-O-T-O. So search for just Yoto high-low rig. But I'm gonna get this pole in the water soaking, see if we can get a carp on the line while we try and fish for pike. Oh, buddy. Yeah, I know. My Jell-O powder spilled in there.
And there's thousands of minnows.
Oh, geez. Yeah, they're not bad priced. And again, they last a lot. Unless you get them snagged on something and, you know, break your whole rig off, they last for a long time. A 12 pack will probably last you a whole season or longer. I take off the... I need to figure out what the hell lure this is. It worked really well for the bass last night, surprisingly. I don't see any... Oh, there we go. True Send. So yeah, it's one of them... Oh, I see those on Amazon all the time. True Send brand. Yeah, that's the one I found that at the... So, on this same river, the Sun River, at a different fishing hole. Ah, geez. Yeah, they're insane people. They don't understand what protesting even means. They want to riot, not protest. But I'm going to start out with the Bandit 100. These guys, I love these lures. Normally I fish the white. I'm trying the black today. The white one I've caught so many pike off of in the past. But they seem to... Oh, I used to have a metal detector when I was a kid. I loved playing with that thing so much. I'd love to get one. Leader. Them dang things with their sharp teeth will bite you off. Alright. I don't know if you guys can see the water quality here. It's the Sun River. It's always pretty muddy, but we got lots of scum and floating weeds. And so I don't know. This might not be the greatest place today. But we'll see if we can pull something out of here. Yeah. Weeds. Lovely. We are just pulling through weeds. This might not be a great spot today. Just been line, that's your pole, all right? Well, we might have to throw topwater back on here. I don't know, every cast I'm falling through these damn weed beds. Not so bad, maybe, if I keep my pole, or the tip of my pole up. Normally don't fish with my pole up. I tend to fish down. Oh, I got a glare on here. Yeah, it's got a odd shaped body on it. They're pretty small crankbaits, but it's just got a fat front on it and a skinny back. And it's got a nice little wiggle to it when you pull it in the water. And it's got a rattle to it as well. I like it, I just can't find many places to go, and I think I've got everything out of my yard. 81 degrees and sunny, and I'm under a tornado watch. That's rough. Tornado would be scary. I'm glad we don't get that shit around here. We get high winds, but very, very rarely do we get tornadoes. But if you've never used the fish brain app, you should check it out. You can find all sorts of new places to fish. I'm always on there looking and seeing where people are catching stuff. I know most of the places around here, but you'd be surprised. People find some interesting spots to fish sometimes. Oh, these weeds are killing me. You might have to delete an app to try it. Why, are you out of storage space on your phone? What's that, buddy? I don't know. There's somebody in the chat that I'm talking to, Josie. She said she might have to. Oh, I can feel those weed beds. Ugh. That's frustrating. There was a follow. Damn it. Pulled her out of the water too soon. Good sign though. Got pike in here that are feeding. I missed it. I just had one fall on the lure. A few more casts with this. If I don't get nothing, I might throw that top water back on. It is just so weedy here.
How did they break this glass? That glass?
There's so much trash down here.
The glass is impossible. It's breaking the nail. Instead of glass.
I need a new... I mean, I'm not super old or anything, but almost 30 minutes every way around me has had one this year. Wow. Are they like bad tornadoes? They touch down and destroy a lot of shit, or are they just smaller ones? I know, probably about once a decade we have one touchdown around here, and they always land on the mobile home parks and tear down all the trailers. I don't know why that is. I always thought that was weird. Nature does not like mobile home dwellers for some reason. Yeah, there's a bar right next door that's got a dock. Do you remember the last time we were here? The boaters always race through here and scare all the fish away.
What does that sound? Do not listen to... If you don't listen to a cricket, here's some kind of weird sound that doesn't sound like.
Well, what does it sound like? What do you hear? You hear the
I hear
pump
like
over there?
Not that. I hear like
I don't know, buddy. Remember what I said about standing behind me? You're gonna get a hook. There you go. Pretty bad, a few minor. 33, St. Louis got hit pretty bad, but that's the only big city they've been tearing up. Now, yeah, we've had a weird weather this year. Here in Montana, it's just, it goes from the extremes. Like, we still are getting super cold nights. Like, I wake up in the mornings oftentimes and there's still frost on the windshield. So it's freezing at night. And then, you know, by 10, 11 o'clock in the afternoon, it's 85, 90 degrees. Just super extremes. What, buddy?
Look at the fish are open. What's the fish at this bridge?
Under the bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we can stop down there. It's a good spot for carp down there, but I've never caught a pike ridge. In fact, Josie, the place that I was telling you about that I caught that tank of a carp last year, it's just a little bit downstream from here. So my son wants us to go fish. I've caught a bunch of carp down there and bullheads, but I've never caught a pike from that. It's not very deep over there. Oh, these weed patches, I keep thinking I'm getting bites. Just weeds.
You see this a crystal? Crystal? No way glass is like that.
This is glass.
How glass can be that big?
Glass can be as thick as they make it. Just melt it. Come on, fishy, fishy. Alright, I gotta throw something on here that's not dragging bottom every cast. I'm gonna be pulling weeds all day.
Here we go.
Well, it's really get pretty big. I've never found any that big. Alright, we're gonna switch it up for a few here and throw on a Blue Fox Vibrax, brass or gold. Oh, who's that? That's somebody new. Fishy Fingers Jackson. Hey, doing the same on my break. Yeah, the Bandit, it's just, there's so many weeds here. It's just dragging bottom. I'm gonna throw something that doesn't quite go so low in the water. I've had decent luck with pike as well as trout with this one. And there are some big brown trout in here as well. They're a pretty infrequent catch, but they are in here. There's walleye in here. There are carp, obviously, sucker. Rainbows every once in a while. There's supposedly brook trout in here. I've never seen a brook trout come out of here. This water is super dirty, muddy, scummy. Not one of my favorite spots to fish, but I'm a little bit limited with internet connectivity around here. Most of my good fishing holes, there's no damn internet connection. But I've pulled some really big carp out right here, and probably I think the biggest carp I've pulled out right here is about 15 pounds. Just downriver from here, where the Sun River meets the Missouri River. Last year I pulled a 22.5-pound carp or pike out. So there's some monsters in here. Most of them, though, that you catch are about 3 to 5 pounds. Not super big. Perfect size for eating, except for I wouldn't eat anything that came out of nasty water like this. How you doing, fishy fingers? Where are you? Oklahoma, okay. Hey, Catfish Terry. I remember you. I was in your live a couple of times. I just finally got enough subscribers. I did my first live last night pond fishing, caught a couple of bass. Now I'm different spot trying to see if we can get some pike on the line. And I got a carp pole in the water too, so can see if maybe we can get something on that. Need to get the boat out. Get a better spot to fish. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, Fish Fingers. Everyone else there, Josie and Catfish Terry. Been watching some of your videos there, Terry. You pull some nice catfish and carp out of the marina or wherever it is you fish there. Oh, thanks, Fishy. Brand new channel. Trying to get some followers. It's hard to get content posted though. I like to spend my time fishing, and I find that I am so slow at editing videos. Takes me twice as long to edit the video as it did to fish for the day. Yeah, we might have to move on downstream to a deeper spot here. This spot's really good for pike. I pulled some good one out of here, but it is just so shallow and so weedy this time of the year. Oh, all right, Josie. Well, I'll be probably fishing for the majority of the day. I might hop to a few different spots, depending on how well the bite is. So my live may stop and start a few times, but feel free to hop back in. All right, Fishy, don't have too much fun at work. Thanks for stopping by. Good luck. I'm technically supposed to be working right now, but I work from home, so this looks like work, right? Close enough. Oh, these weeds keep tricking me. buddy, will you do me a favor and go grab a soda for me out of the truck? So Josie, I'm really surprised you said there's no pike around you. Where about, what'd you say you were in? Wisconsin or Michigan? I forget. Wisconsin, I think you said. Thank you. Missouri. Jesus. What's those? Yeah, I thought pike infested most waters here in the U.S. I know a lot of places treat them as an invasive species. They hate them. Here in Montana, there's a lot of water bodies that they just absolutely hate the pike in because they eat all the trout. I'd rather have pike infest. Oh, there we go. Fish on. Oh, no. Never mind. I snag something? Getting a little overzealous here. I don't know what the heck I got. There we go. Got me excited. It was a snag. It's unfortunate. They normally, pike are weird. They'll follow your lure all the way into the shore, and then a couple of feet before you pull it out, they bite. And then they run all the way back across the river with it. So when I'm near shore and I get something like that, I always think it's a pike.
Hear that, Casey?
What's that, buddy?
Later.
No, I don't know what you're hearing, buddy. All right, Josie. We have some in our state. They're in the Missouri and other rivers, but I fish Big River and St. Francis River. We don't have them on the gar. No pike or walleye. Oh, I'd love to catch a gar. I know we have those in eastern Montana. I think they're the short nose gar. I think that's what they're called. I've never fished in eastern Montana in any of the water bodies that they're in. They look gnarly though. People say they're pretty good eating too. But yeah, if you got the Missouri River all the way over there, I forgot that it ran all the way across the United States. That's what's right downstream from here. The Sun River feeds into the Missouri River. And the Missouri River is loaded with them. Buddy, you're gonna get stuck in you. Be careful of where you're standing. 'Cause I'm not always paying attention when I'm casting. We got 2 people in here. Hello to whoever's watching. We're fishing Sun River, just on the edge of Great Falls, Montana. Son's got a pole in the water for carp, and I'm fishing with lure, trying to see if we can pull a pike out. Water's super dirty right here, though. I might have to move to a new spot.
Is there snakes here?
What, buddy?
Is there snakes here?
Yeah, you see garter snakes and bull snakes every once in a while around here. There's a couple of different kinds of water snakes that come down here as well. Mostly garter snakes, though.
Are all these snakes nice?
The garter snakes are, yeah. You can pick them up. They don't bite or anything. Bull snakes can be aggressive sometimes. I normally don't pick up bull snakes. Every once in a while you'll see rattlesnakes down. Not usually in this part of town.
If you see a snake with the yellow tongue shaking, that means that's a bull snake?
Well, bull snakes look a lot like the rattlesnakes, and they imitate rattlesnakes. They shake their tail around to pretend like they are a rattlesnake, but they don't have the rattle on their tail like the rattlesnakes do. Remember the video that I posted of the two snakes?
Yeah.
The two snakes that were together that we found them and thought they were eating each other? Those were bull snakes.
Bull snakes?
Yeah.
And garter snakes are trying to pretend they're bull snakes?
No, garter snakes don't. No, the garter snakes don't pretend like that. It's the bull snakes that pretend to be rattlesnakes. They look just like them and they try and imitate them. They shake their tail around, fool other animals into thinking they're rattlesnakes, so they stay away from them. You can see some little minnows swimming around there. Probably baby pike.
Found some berries.
Berries? Yeah, I don't know what those are. Don't eat them. I'm not very good at identifying wild fruit, so not sure what those are. I wouldn't eat them. Probably make you sick. Should reel in a little bit of the slack on that line over there. Maybe like half a turn. There you go. When you're reeling, just watch the tip of the pole. You want it to just bend down a little bit. That's good. that leaf is slimy, gross. You should set your drink inside the bucket so it's not sitting in the sun getting all warm.
The soda's open in there.
Well, just don't set it on the soda. Put it in there gently. Anyone else in here pike fish? If so, what are you guys' favorite lures for them? I usually use crankbaits. Crankbaits or cut bait. But I didn't bring any cut bait with me today. That'd be a pretty boring stream to watch, I think. Just poles soaking in the water. So I guess people do still watch it. I mean, I watch, what's her name? Skipjack Cindy all the time, and she's just got poles soaking in the water the whole time. They catch some big fish though. We have good sized catfish here too, but it's about I don't know, an hour and a half drive to get to a good catfishing hole. Went, I don't know, it's probably 3 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago, just outside of Fort Benton, Montana, and was catching some really good cats over there. I think the biggest I caught was 15.5 pound over there.
You see?
What, buddy? I can't hear you.
That bridge.
We'll fish here for a little bit longer. What time is it? 10:16. Say we'll stay here another 15 minutes or so if we don't get a bite, and we can move to a different spot. I think we might move to the Missouri though. killing me. See all the little baby fish? See that rock over there? There's a whole school of them swimming above it. No, we're down to one viewer. Hello, whoever you are. Oh, geez, just jumped to 5. Welcome, everybody. No luck so far. We've been here, I don't know what, half hour? No, 51 minutes. But it's just super weedy here today. I think we might hop down and fish near Giant Springs on the Missouri.
Under the bridge, we used to caught like fish under the.
Yeah, but all I've caught down there is carp and bullheads. I'm trying to find some pike today, buddy. And this spot has been good for pike. And I know down from Giant Springs, I've caught a few pike down there as well. Should go get the boat and put it in at Broadwater. I know we can catch some pike over there. I still want to drive all the way home and get the boat. This spot, I've had pretty good luck. Sometimes it takes a while though. It's not a spot that, you know, I pull fish after fish after fish out. Maybe once an hour, every couple hours, I'll get a pike. Oh, these weeds. Feel that resistance, and every time I think it's a bite. Oh, hey there, SoCal Outdoors. How you doing today? I think I recall seeing your name either in Outfish Ontario's or Skipjack Cindy's live. Maybe both. Cindy's, okay. I knew it was one or the other. Yeah, we just stopped down to the Sun River to see if we could get the pike to bite. No luck so far this morning. Oh, it's just a weedy mess down here today. Give me my lure back. All I've been catching is swamp thing over here. Just weedy, scummy ickiness. No pike here. I really want to travel and get one. Where are you at? California. They don't have pike in California? Buddy, you're gonna get a hook in you. No, I actually lived in Southern California for a little over 10 years. I just recently moved back to Montana. And the whole time I lived, I didn't fish. That's one of the main reasons that I moved back to Montana, is I missed fishing. I don't know, I didn't have a boat down there, and fishing from the pier just didn't really interest me all that much. They were always just absolutely packed with people trying to fish, and everybody tangling their lines up. And ocean fishing is fun though. When I was down in Florida, I did some bank fishing, and you never know what the heck you're gonna pull out of the water. Piers here are a mess. Yeah. Okay, so you're in San Diego. I was north from you. I was in Orange County in Newport Beach area. Now, I'm sure there's wonderful fish you can catch off the piers. It's just every time I'd go down, it's just, people standing shoulder to shoulder to shoulder, and I don't like to fish like that. I mean, I don't mind fishing with other people, but I don't want to fish with 20 other people on a tiny little pier. Yeah, I've been down to the San Diego area a few times. But I love the zoo down there. The zoo and the aquarium. That's what we'd usually go down there for. God damn it, that's that same rock I got hung up on the last time. Give it back. Bring my lure too, please. What the heck? Yeah, I don't know. There's got to be some water bodies near there that have pike in them. No, I've just been catching this the whole time, Joe, so you didn't miss anything. My boat will get me out to the kelp beds, but it's sketchy as hell. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Like, I love to fish, and I love being in boats, but the couple of times that I've been in boats in the ocean, it was just, I did not enjoy it. I don't like the waves. I don't like being in a water body that you're not the top of the food chain anymore. And I don't particularly swim all that well. So drowning has always been a kind of a big phobia for me. And the ocean is, yeah, it's not how I want to go. What kind of boat do you run down there? How far out are the kelp beds? The couple of times I was on a boat, it was small yachts. The company that I worked for would rent for company meetings and outings.
Like you said, I know was that couple of boats spring forever. You gotta catch a fish, spring will just bounce it, and then it'll pull the line and ring the bell to realize that no, that was a real fish.
Okay. It's not so bad on a boat, bigger than 50 foot, but a 20 foot is sketchy. Yeah. The bigger boats, I would imagine, yeah, they handle the waves, the weather a little better. Hey, so you call burning up. I saw a picture of the temps. Oh, hey, SoCal, burning up. Oh God, how warm is it down there? An older strato, similar to a Lund. Okay. What's the length on it? Yeah, I got just a little 16-foot aluminum flat bottom John boat is what I run around here. And it's fine for the smaller water bodies, gets around good on the rivers. But we get so much wind down here, and oh man, it just tosses that thing around like a toy. It gets really uncomfortable when the wind picks up. It definitely gets you to some much better fishing places though. I usually prefer to fish from my boat. But it's a whole chore to get it out. And again, most of the places that I fish with the boat, I don't have internet connection, so I can't stream from them. There's only a couple of places that I fish from on the boat that have decent connection. I think I'm gonna have to try and find some new fishing spots. Only a 20-foot. See, that's what that's about the ideal size, I think, for me here. I'd love to get one a little bigger than my 16-footer. It's fine when I'm by myself. Yeah, there's plenty of room for me to maneuver around and do what I need to do. But anytime I have more than, one or two people on the boat, it just gets so cramped. Yeah, that's a itty bitty boat though to be putting in the ocean. I'm with you, man. I think that'd be a little too sketchy. How far out are the kelp beds that you mentioned? Hard to stream from the boat, yeah. Now, I'd love to do it. I've been thinking about getting a Star, like one of the small portable ones. I just don't know. Ooh. Snag. I'd imagine they take quite a bit of power to run those, so I'd have to totally revamp my battery system in there. Half a mile or so. That's not too bad. What, buddy? Yeah, you're right. All right, we've been here a little over an hour, 0 bites. The water's super scummy and just not great. I think we are going to hop downstream a bit. I might either fish where the confluence of the Sun River meets the Missouri, or we may go further down. I think we're gonna go further down and hit up. There's a state park here called Giant Springs State Park. The world's shortest river. It's called the Roe River. It's like 100 feet, something like that. It's in the Guinness Book of World Records, the world's shortest river. It's gorgeous down there though. I'll see, maybe I can keep the stream live. You guys can follow along. I'm gonna pack up here though. Take the net up and put it in the truck, buddy. This net. Take it, go put it in the back of the truck. Be careful. Not so bad on a calm, flat day, but anything over 1 foot sway. Yeah, I'd imagine. 20 foot, I mean, again, it's bigger than the boat that I run, but man, half a foot, 6-inch swell, and we get winds. Anytime you start getting white caps on the water, that boat, it tosses you around. Is yours a V-hole or flat bottom though? The V-holes tend to handle. You got to be running a V-hole. There's no way you're running a flat bottom in the ocean. Mine's a flat bottom, and it great for rivers, great for shallows, not great for inclement weather. Hard for you to watch when it's on a boat, not calm water, makes me feel sick. Oh yeah.
I
Well, so if you, right now I'm streaming from my iPhone. The GoPros have a hyper, the hell do they call it, hyper stabilization or something like that. It keeps the horizon level, so all the rockiness, it gets rid of.
Oh, jeez.
You see the fish heads?
Oh, one fish head.
Two of them. Right there. I don't know if they're carp or pike. I think those are just little carp.
I'm gonna find this weed.
Pick that up to the truck as well. Spill my soda in there. Find a good one? What, buddy? All right, we are going to move on downstream. I think we're going to head towards Giant Springs State Park. But I'll try and keep the stream live here. Sorry, guys. Looks like I dropped connection as I was walking up the hill. Drop connection as I was walking up the hill. But we are heading to a new location now. We're gonna hit up Giant Springs State Park. See if I can mount you guys here so you can see.
Look at this rock. It's cool.
Oh. Let me flip. Can I flip the camera around? There we go.
Casey, before you go, look at this.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you can maybe find these here.
That's purple.
Yeah. Yeah, you can maybe come back tomorrow and look for rocks there.
Yeah, that looks like it's been tumbled. It's some kind of crystal, maybe a quartz crystal, smoky quartz. Looked into the Starlink for the boat. It's expensive. Yeah, I mean the one-time cost for them is like $500 to $1,000, but then it's like 120 or something like that a month. I run Starlink at my house for my internet because I live rural. I'm 15 miles out of town. And I have two options. I have Starlink or HughesNet, which is well, there's three options. HughesNet, which is an old sat provider, and then it's basically dial-up. It's over the phone. It's not dial-up, but it's the technology that's over phone lines, and you get like 2 meg up, 2 meg down. It's just impossible. Starlink, yeah, it's the satellite internet. Sorry, dropped it. It's the satellite internet provider from Elon Musk. Not a big fan of Elon Musk, but again, when you live out in the middle of nowhere in the boonies and you want the internet, Starlink is pretty much your best bet. I get decent. It's like 20 meg up and anywhere from 100 to 200 meg down, depending on time of the day. HughesNet when you're in Nevada. Yeah, my mom lives next door to where I live, and she had HughesNet for a while, and it was just, I mean, her internet was out like literally 50% of the time, and when it was up, it was, you know, barely usable. So I got Starlink, and it's decent. It's frustrating for uploads. Like the 20 meg up is not enough, like especially when I'm trying to upload YouTube videos and move stuff around. It's painful. But the Starlink, it's been reliable. I mean, it really has. It's just that they cap the upload speeds. They want you to pay like $500 a month to get decent upload speeds. You can buy the business plan, and it's like $500 a month. You get, I think it's like 200 meg up and 200 to 500 meg down. But who the hell wants to pay $500 a month for internet? I mean, it's bad enough their base plan's $120 a month. When I first got Starlink, there was very little usage in this area, and they had a deal. I think for the first 2 years I had it, it was like $80 a month. And then as more users subscribed in the area, they jacked it up to $120 a month, which is expensive for internet. But again, when you have the option of basically dial-up speeds versus usable speeds, you pay whatever you gotta pay to get it. It irritates me because quarter of a mile from where I live, they just ran fiber. So everybody there's, I mean, they got like gigabit speeds, but they have no plans to run it additional quarter of a mile to where I live. So I'm stuck with Starlink for the foreseeable future. That just being blurry. Hold on a second. Wiping the lens off here, guys. I think it's dirty. There we go. Can you guys tell me, is it just my maybe my glasses are dirty? Is that camera fuzzy for you, or does it look alright? Starlink is like $120 a month, but it's $600 to $700 to buy the equipment. Yeah, the one-time purchase of the equipment is fairly expensive. You can get a deal though. Home Depot sometimes sells the package, and I know I've seen Starlink send a couple of emails over the years that they have like half off, so you can get $250 for the Jesus. I really need to get a mount for my truck here. You get the package for like $250 sometimes. Alright, well, we got maybe a 10-minute drive to get to Giant Springs. Right now we're on the busiest street in Great Falls, Montana. This is 10th Avenue South. It runs all the way from western Great Falls to eastern Great Falls, just one straight shot through. But I'm gonna hop off on the first exit here and we'll take the river drive. Yeah, Costco, yeah, a lot of the box stores will carry the package and they have deals on it sometimes. But if you're in a rural area, it's not a bad service. It's a bit expensive, but again, it's the best option out there for most people that don't have, you know, a good fiber provider. And we just don't where I live. I live, you know, 15 miles out of town, and there's nothing out there. Try not to drop you guys again. Been meaning to get a phone holder for the truck here. Montana's on your list of spots when I flee from California. Montana, it's honestly, it's gorgeous. I grew up here. I left for college, and then I came back, and then after I couldn't find a job in the field of work that I had studied for, I left again in search of work and ended up in California, and I ended up there. I think I was there for about 13 years, and I love California. The weather, that's about it though. It was so expensive. I wanted to buy, you know, property. I wanted to buy a house, and there's no way in hell I was dropping $1 million on a dump. So I came back to Montana, bought a couple of houses, a rental house, and have been fishing a lot. That's what I've been doing for the last 3 years. Working on my houses and fishing. But it's gorgeous here. It's a wonderful place to live if you love, you know, the rural lifestyle. I'm in Great Falls, which is the third largest now, I think, city in Montana. And there's, you know, barely over 50,000 people here. I always tell people there's more cows than people here, and I think I'm joking, and I'm not. The only thing that I really don't like about Montana, and one of the reasons that I moved away, is we have such harsh winters here, and it's not like, you know, just a couple of months of harsh weather. We get, you know, 4 or 5, sometimes 6 months out of the year. It is just horrid here. But again, I work remotely, so it's not like I have to go out and travel around in it most of the time. So you hunker down for the winter, and a lot of people ice fish here. I've never been into ice fishing. I don't like being out in the cold like that. But, oh God, they pull in winter fishing. Ice fishing is one of the best for pike fishing. Pike fatten up in the fall for the winter, and man, they pull some absolute monsters out of this. California is beautiful, but it's unaffordable and way too restricted. Yeah, it was the cost of living there that really got me. I loved being, you know, in an area where there's concerts all the time. There's, you know, a billion different choices of where you can go out to eat. I miss that. I really miss that. I have a lot of that around here, but it's I think even more beautiful here. The weather is just not as nice. All right, we are on, what is this, River Drive? Running along the Missouri River. It's just a couple of miles downstream here is where Giant Springs State Park is. go dropping the phone again. Sorry guys. That's probably worse than being on a boat, getting dropped all the time. San Diego, we only have a 2.87% success rate for hunters. Yeah, when I was younger, I used to love to hunt here in Montana. There is, I mean, world-class hunting here for deer, elk, moose, antelope, pretty much anything you can think of. Bear, brown bear, grizzly bear. And in fact, I think they even started issuing some hunting permits in certain areas for wolf now. I mean, there's big cats here you can hunt. I haven't hunted though since I was a teenager. I usually only like to kill things to eat, and the only thing I've ever hunted and killed that I enjoyed eating other than fish was deer, but only Bambi. Like the small ones. The bigger ones, they're just too goddamn gamey. I don't like the taste. And elk. Elk is probably my favorite, but elk is a tough hunt, and you just get so much meat from it. The only time I ever killed an elk, man, I was eating elk, you know, every other night for a good portion of the year, and I couldn't eat it fast enough. I don't like to waste stuff like that. But in California, I don't even know what the hell you'd hunt there. I know they got, what, black deer? Is that what they're called? The little itty bitty ones? And I know y'all got cats there too. The mountain lions. But I don't know what the hell. I don't even know if they allow hunting those. 2 buck tags here, and pretty much as many doe tags as you want to buy, unless you're in a restricted county. Small make deer and blacktail. Blacktail, that's what they are. Yeah, I can't remember. Back when I was younger, I used to play one of those hunting games, and I remember the California maps. You'd always get the little blacktails. I don't think I ever actually saw one in the decade that I lived in California, though. Saw quite a few big cats, though. Those have infested the urban areas there. Small mule deer, okay. Yeah, we get monster muleys here. In fact, I have a whole herd of whitetail that live in my backyard. Been trying to befriend this little buck that I keep seeing. Is just a little spike, but he's still in velvet. I almost had him coming up to me a couple of nights ago to eat a piece of bread. It's actually illegal to shoot big cat here unless it makes physical contact. Okay, yeah. I know that in some areas here you can get tags for them. There's a couple of different. We got bobcats here, the mountain lions. I think there's one other species as well. And in certain areas they have overpopulated, and they do issue a small amount of tags to control the population of them. But I don't think it's very many tags. It's one of those things. I would never hunt for them. I don't like to kill things just to kill them. I'm not gonna kill something just to, mount it on the wall or to say that I killed it. I don't need a bear rug. I don't need, a cat head hanging on my wall. I only like to harvest something that I'm gonna actually eat. That's why, 99% of the fishing that I do, I catch and release. Every once in a while, I'll keep one to bring home to fry up. But for the most part, I try to fish humanely and get a picture and throw them back in the water. But we get a lot of out-of-staters here in Montana because there is such good hunting. People come here, they pay big bucks to come down here and hunt. And most of them, they're just trophy hunting. You know, they kill whatever it is they're gonna kill, and oftentimes, you know, they'll take the horns, they'll take the head, they'll take the cape, and they'll, you know, either ditch the body or donate it to the food bank. They don't even want the meat, they just want the trophy. I'm not really one to judge. You do what you're gonna do, but I don't understand the point in that. Why kill something if you just want a trophy? I don't know, I think I was maybe a little bit like that when I was younger, you know, just the thrill of the hunt. But I got over that real quick. The only thing you kill and don't eat is moles and mice. Alright, yeah, you got me there. We have field mice that are out where I live, and they sneak into my garage sometimes, so I have a mouse trap set up out there that keeps them in check. That, and my yard is full of frickin' gophers, ground squirrels, and they are cute little things, oh god, but they just absolutely destroy my yard. And I've honestly been contemplating going to get a pellet gun to rid my damn yard of them. It just makes mowing the lawn so hard. Like you're out there hitting frickin' landmines. Trophy hunting is stupid. You can't eat antler. I agree. I 100% agree with that. You know, again, it's one thing if you are actually gonna eat the animal that you harvest, but so many people that I know, they kill it, they butcher it, they cut it up, they throw it in the freezer, and you know, the whole year passes and they don't eat any of it. You know, they end up throwing it out because it's freezer burnt. You know, they didn't eat it fast enough. And it's just that they don't want it for the meat. They just want another set of antlers to hang on the wall. It's stupid to me. You want antlers? Go hunt for sheds. You know, they fall off every year. Go pick them up off the ground. You don't need to kill something to get antlers. In fact, that's a huge business here too. The elk sheds, the deer sheds, they have open season on them. You can only collect them a certain time of the year, and opening day it is just an absolute rat race, like the Bob Marshall Wilderness and CM Russell Game Range. People line up for miles to get out there and antler hunt. But again, most of them, it's not because they want the antlers. There's a huge market to sell them. People cut them up and make dog chew toys out of them, and taxidermists use them, you know, to make mounts to sell. All right, we're at Giant Springs State Park here. I want to find somewhere to park. It's busy down here today. Alrighty, we have arrived. Hold on just a second here. Oh, knock it off.
Stop, we're going fishing.
Shut up, I'm fishing. Alright, what'd you say? I deer hunt, but I won't shoot the babies. It makes me feel bad, but I don't care if it's a doe or a buck. Yeah, see, that's where the After I realized the bigger ones, especially, you know, the big bucks taste so dang gamey. Most of them, not all the time, it depends on what they eat. But after I got over, oh, I want, you know, the big antlers, I realized that the does taste better. But then the one year I accidentally shot Bambi, thinking it was just a doe. I mean, sometimes you see a lone doe out in the field and it's hard to judge how big it is. And I ended up shooting Bambi, and oh my God, it was the just sweetest, most tender venison, not gamey at all. And for the few years after that I did continue to hunt, that's actually what I targeted. You know, not like the babies, but a yearling. You know, something that's got enough size on it that you get a decent amount of meat from. But they are so much better than, you know, the adults.
So much cotton.
Sorry, my phone overheated sitting on the dash. We are now at Giant Springs. I'll take you down and show you the springs, why they call it Giant Springs, and then I'll show you the world's shortest river. Sorry, my son's back here. I put a can of soda in the bucket that I got some random stuff in, and he's carefully trying to carry it so he doesn't spill my soda. Oh, there's such a glare, I can't even read the screen. Who's that? Firearms and Fishing. Hey there, Firearms. Welcome to the chat. We just arrived at Giant Springs State Park. I'm gonna do a little fishing down here. There's all sorts of stuff. There's trout down here, there's pike, carp, walleye. You doing all right? Keep walking, come on, man. It's gonna take a year to get there at this rate. Do you want to carry the net instead? All right, here. You carry the net. I'll carry the bucket.
Can I get a book? Can I get one?
What? No, not right now. All right. I've taken over bucket duty. Looks like we might have a couple other people down here fishing. Oh, that's where I should take you. All right, we'll hit up the spring in a second here. They got a fish feeding pond over here with trout in it. Some of the biggest trout you will ever see. Oh, there's a tree. Sorry for the camera going all over the place here, guys. I'm carrying like 9 billion things. Just got my pole stuck in the tree. But yeah, so they got this this is actually Giant Springs State Park. It's a hatchery. They raise fish here to put in all the different water bodies around Montana. And as part of the program, they have some of the breeders, that they allow people to come and visit and feed. Go ahead, set the net down there. I want to show these guys. Hopefully you guys can see this. Look at these rainbows. Yeah, that's an albino rainbow. But there's some of them are so old and big. Look at the jaws on them. The lower lip just protrudes on them. But these are, I mean, they have sometimes in here 15 pounders. Look at that one right there. Look at how big it is. That's easily a 30, maybe 32 inch.
Oh man, where'd you can get that pen?
15 pound.
I found a penny.
Don't worry about the penny. Oh, Montana's world-class fishing. People come here from all over the world, the trout fishing. Yeah, look at the size of these trout, man. But they have a little machine over here you can throw quarters in, and you can get little pellets to feed them.
Yeah, but I found one pen, which is down there.
There's some of them are really pretty. Some of them are pretty gnarly looking, like that one right there. Look at the lower jaw on it. When they get older like that, and like that one's got something wrong with the top of it. Good God, look at the size of that trout. They're just behemoths. I would love to catch a trout like this out in the wild. The biggest that I've caught was about 8 pounds. But they do get here 15, 17 plus pounds. Yeah, that they do. They look like kokanee, you know, when they're spawning.
Ooh, another corn over there.
Get up, I'm fishing.
I found that quarter.
Yeah.
I couldn't get it.
Sorry about that.
Yeah,
All right, yeah, I just wanted to show you guys how big these
there's
dang
one
things
dead
get.
one.
Yeah, he's not looking too good there. You guys see the albino one over here? Looked like a goldfish. That's pretty rare. I don't think you'd probably never see that in the wild. An albino trout.
That one's
It's neat looking though. You guys ever seen an albino trout before? It's like he's got chicken pox. But look at the weird gross they get on their mouth. Good God, look at that one. I'm gonna move my camera back just to get the whole thing in the frame. All right, enough of that.
One more. Can I feed one time?
Maybe later. I don't have any quarters on me, buddy. They're all in the truck. All right. I'm gonna get some fishing in here. Grab the net. You're on net duty. All right, you guys, this is, well, all right, let's start at the top. I'll show you Giant Springs, why it's called Giant Springs State Park. We have a large natural spring here. And in fact, some of you guys, you may see in your grocery store, next time you walk down the water aisle, look at the brand names of the waters. One of them they sell nationwide now is Giant Springs Spring Water. And it comes out of right here. It's a natural spring that comes up right at the edge of the Missouri here in Great Falls, Montana. Sorry. It is some of the most crystal clear, just delicious looking water. I would love to go swimming in here, but they won't let you. But look at the vegetation in here, the growth. It's so pure and so clean. But you can see it all just bubbling up. That's coming from, oh God, I forget what it says. It's like 1,000 feet below the surface. It runs through limestone. There's a giant aquifer below, and it just pumps up out of the ground. And then it goes off. There's a little waterfall over there, and it feeds into the Missouri. But what we have over here is what's called the Roe River, and it's the world's shortest river. Pick that back up. Pick up the net. So it starts at Giant Springs here, and the start of the river is that little waterfall right there, and then you see the bridge, and then beyond that is the Missouri River. So it runs from here to down there, and that's the Roe River. That's the entirety of it. It's in the Guinness Book of World Records as the world's shortest river.
Can you
but it's really pretty.
Yeah, well, seven.
Oh, there we go. 400 feet below the surface, the Madison Formation. It takes 50 years for the water to flow from the Little Belt Mountains to the Giant Springs area. It emerges from the ground at a consistent 54 degrees all year long. Go. Oh, guess I could show you the actual river. Super shallow. Every once in a while you'll see rainbows swimming in here. Yeah, that's the Roe River. It's really cool. It's a bit gimmicky because I don't know if this little island here is natural or man-made. But yeah, look it up. It's called the Roe River, R-O-E. One old guy over here fishing. A lot of geese crap on the ground here. Don't step in the goose poop. Got landmines over here. But yeah, this is where it feeds into the Missouri River. There's usually fairly decent fishing over here. Oh, dang. We'll try here for a little bit. And if we don't get nothing, we'll head downstream towards the dam a little bit. How's the fishing?
I just got here.
Just got here? Rainbow?
Yep. Yeah, there's a few of them out here. Just depends on whatever.
All right.
Yeah, you fished here before?
A few times in the past. It's been years since I've fished down here. I usually fish upstream or downstream a little bit from here.
Yeah, I like this because it's so easy to get to and everything.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And it's a bit weedy here. I don't know. We'll try throwing some lures, but I'm also going to throw a line out for carp here for the kiddo. And I've caught some monster carp down here, so. And I forgot my dang phone holder. Oh yeah, the water, it's as pure as it gets there in the Roe River. That spring is just gorgeous. I find something to set the phone up on here. I forgot my phone stand in the truck and I don't want to walk all the way back up there to get it.
We're going to fish here.
We are going to fish here.
Say how many minutes?
I don't know, buddy. All right, guys, I'm going to try and get a couple of lines here in the water. I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to find a better spot to poke you here. Damon, get away from the edge. I don't want you falling in there. Try and get you guys a little better view. Check out my other phone here and see what that looks like. guess that's a decent view for the moment. All right, let me try and get a line in the water. All right, so you know how to bait up the hooks here? You want to try it, Damien? Dill balls? You want to try and make one? Yes or no?
I don't know if we should go. Bunch of seaweed and trout.
I forgot to check into. There's summer school.
Yeah, you should find out.
All right, let's get this full out of the water. All right, we're gonna get the first line in the water. It's for our carp pole. We just launched one of our dough balls off. That's not good.
Explore this place. Just go see if we can see. It's like around. If I go around, you can see.
No, you gotta stay here, buddy. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna go drop and yell again. Yeah, sometimes he's into it, sometimes not so much. He likes bluegill fishing when we go down to the pond because it's basically non-stop action.
Hey, I see a couple teachers from my school, so that means.
Teachers from your school?
Yep, that means.
Which ones are teachers at your school? Yeah, I think there's a field trip over there. Or this. All right, well, you can go in there, but don't harass people. Be nice to people. You don't have any quarters. You don't have any food. Don't be trying to take the fish food from people. You can go over there for 5 minutes and then come back, okay? Yeah, he carp fishes with me, and he likes it until they get to the shore. He doesn't like trying to get it out of the water. He definitely doesn't like trying to take him off the hook. He tries though. Where'd they go? Apparently these are some kids from his school. I forgot to enroll him in summer school. I completely spaced it. So he's going over there to try and engage. It's tough for him. He's on the autism spectrum. He has a hard time making friends. He tries though, which is good. All right, back to fishing. I'm gonna keep an eye on him though. Oh, I need to go back up to my truck and get my dang phone holder. Maybe I can wedge y'all in the backpack here. find some shade though so the phone doesn't overheat again. Alright, let me check and see how that view is. Alright, so we got the carp pole in the water, and I'm going to throw this Blue Fox Vibrax out for a little bit. I know I've caught plenty of trout off this. I caught a few pike. Let's see if we can get anything on the line here. Might have to break out some spoons here. Forgetting the mic's over here. I need to hook up my external mic. So for those of you that just joined, we are at Giant Springs State Park. It is in Great Falls, Montana. And we're here. My son's got a carp line in the water, and I am fishing for, I'm targeting pike, but the lure that I'm using right now, I've caught quite a few rainbow and brown trout off of as well. It's just a little Blue Fox Vibrax. we're gonna run through a handful of different lures here, see if we can get anything to bite. He doesn't understand when people are getting upset or can't tell if we got a snag or a fish. I think it was just a snag. There's really tall weeds in here. I have to walk this in here. Looks like he just convinced one of the kids to give him a quarter. He's got a fistful of fish food over there now.
My name's Moldy Back. Moldy Back is my fish.
Sorry, Josie, I keep forgetting that my mic is over here. In fact, I should go back to the truck and get my mic. Or I could just fish from the bench here. Oh, looks like we might have had a nibble on the carp pole there. Hard to tell. Yeah, Rain Man's a really good movie. Rain Man, though, he was... so that, again, they call it a spectrum because it encompasses a wide range of disorders, as well as people. There's different levels of it. So some people are afflicted much more heavily than others. Rain Man was much more severe than my kiddo. But again, it does give a good representation of what autism is. All right, I'm gonna leave the camera running here for a sec. I'm gonna run up to the truck and grab a few quarters for the kid so he can get some fish food over there, so he's not begging for quarters from the other kids. And I'm gonna grab the phone stand. If I get a bite, y'all reel it in for me.
Damien?
On the ground. It's a lake with it. If you want more fish, come here.
I'm gonna run up and grab you a couple of quarters. You sit, watch the pole that's in water. Front pole. Okay?
Didn't I get any quarters? This one is free. Free says 25 cents. Like each week where you just did that one pill, just boop, and then you just did
All right,
that.
watch the pole. I'm gonna go get you some quarters, okay?
Okay.
Don't reel it in unless there's a bite.
No, don't. They have a special kind of water. Next time. Oh, crackhead, where's crackhead?
Casey Welch is for that. I have to watch for the pool. He's trying to catch fish.
Oh, your dad?
What's that?
Your dad? Or do you have like a friend?
I have a mom and dad.
Okay, yeah.
He's getting some quarters.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, right on. Yeah, I'm just trying to get some of this goose poop off the sidewalk. It's kind of messy. So that's what I'm doing. But I'll be done in a little bit. Okay.
I'm trying to get the dirt off the sidewalk.
Malak? Be careful, go slow. Alright, sorry about the noise, guys. Got a guy down here. Leaf blowing the goose off the ground. It's awesome. Alright, I got the stand. Snow shovel.
Needs a power washer.
All right, Josie. Yeah, sorry about the noise, guys. Yeah, I think he's done. All right, I'm back. Got some quarters for the kiddo. He's over there feeding the fish. Now I'm gonna try and catch a fish. I just saw something surface over there. Let's see if we can get it. Hey, so Kelly, you're still here. Appreciate that. Yeah, hit a thumbs up if you like the stream. I think it definitely helps get more people in here. We got 5 thumbs up. Appreciate it. Oh, can you guys see that other pole over there? Let me adjust a little bit. Dang it. There you go. I'm gonna have to pull that one in and check on it. I think we might have some weeds on the line.
Quarters.
Oh, we're gonna be here for a little while, but I only have a few more. Let's take a little break. Feed them slower. You just used 50 cents. That was 2 fistfuls of food you've already given them.
Yeah, well, I just did 25, and then at that, it just gave me a giant pile. They're almost gone, and then I threw all of them, and the fish just started making like a tornado fish.
Well, you should throw one pebble at a time, not a whole fistful at a time.
It's cool though.
There's one more quarter. Make it last. Don't throw all of them in at the same time.
Okay.
Walk. All right, we're gonna switch her up here. I'm gonna try a spoon. The blue fox is not giving me any love today. So what do y'all like to use for trout? I'm here, too hot to fish, so I'm chilling in the AC. It's warm today here. It's not too bad. I think we're about 80 degrees, so it's not too bad. We're gonna try the little brown trout spoon. I've had hits from all sorts of different species off of this guy. But let me know what if you guys fish for trout. What do you guys like to use for lures? Cast Masters. What's that? I'm not familiar. Is that a spoon, a spinner? Sounds familiar. I'm just not sure off the top of my head what that is. Like that? Or no? I've had this one in my tackle box for years. I've never actually used it. I don't even know what the hell these are called. No? I am seeing some fish jump over here. This is where I'm fishing. Let's get this camera over. Yeah, I'll have to Google that and see what the hell those are. Castmaster. I'm sure I've probably seen them. I just don't know offhand what it is. So I don't know if this is worth showing you guys or not, but we have, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. So around the country we have a lot of Amish and Mennonite, and here in Montana we have a large population of Hutterites. They're similar to the Amish and Mennonite. They make all their own clothes. They live in a colony. There's in fact quite a few colonies here in Montana. Really nice people. But I think I want to say they're of German descent. The native language that they speak, it sounds a lot like German. But they all speak English, that they also speak in their native tongue. But there's a Hutterite field trip here today, it looks like, as well. Kiddos over there, I don't know if you can see them. Damien! He's over there hacking the fish food machine. You wiggle it back and forth and it'll spit one pellet out. So he's over there showing the other kids how to do it. Okay, I appreciate that, SoCal. I'll check it out. I know that sounds familiar. I probably have one in my tackle box. In fact, let me Google it right now. Give me a sec. Okay, I know what you're talking about. I do have one of those. In fact, it's in my boat. It's still in the package. I've never used it. You do pretty well on trout with those, huh? Yeah, I don't think I have it here. keep seeing them jump over on this side. Awesome wobble action. Yeah, I just threw this one on. This is a brand new one that I got. I think it's actually a trolling spoon. Lure Jensen Crocodile Mood River. Rainbow style. It's got a really massive wobble on it. If I can get the pike to wake up, I think they'd bite really well on this down here. Unfortunately, pike, they're an infrequent catch at this spot. My favorite pike hole, I need a boat to get to. You see that right? Damien! Damien! Come on, get over here. Come here.
What?
I asked you not to do that. Fish jumping all over here.
Yeah, but
So many stick over there.
That's a human. R-Y-A-N. What does that say? Ryan. So it's Karen and Ryan. Ryan is a show. Show for all YouTubers. Ryan. Wait, that one. Oh, it's the other video Ryan, not the one. Casey doesn't like. The other lion. Not the kid lion. The different lion which he hates. So that's lion. She doesn't like it. That means that is the other lion. So that's a person. Rat, human. A pig. That is maybe good. Because Grayson would rather use glasses, no one else.
No more. Welcome back, Josie. All freshly showered, eh? Well, we are still not having any luck down here. I'm seeing them jumping. Trout, or the carp pole still has no action. I'm gonna try a couple other lures and we might move on to a new spot. You go stand on the bridge for a little bit. No climbing. Please be careful. No, you stay on this side of the bridge, please. This side of the bridge. All right, I'm gonna toss a chatterbait on. I know pike love these. This side, right where you're at. That's as far as you go. I've had fairly decent luck this year. Again, I don't normally bass fish. I don't. Damien, right there, buddy. Yes, on the bridge. Sorry, he doesn't want to sit still. I normally pike fish, carp fish. Every once in a while, I'll trout fish. Yesterday was the first time I've targeted bass this year. And you saw, Josie, I caught just those couple of things. But it was fun catching them off the top water. Yes, straight there and back. Donkey rig? What the hell is a donkey? SoCal, what is a donkey rig? That sounds like a sex toy. Donkey rig? Yeah, I'm with Josie on that one. Never heard of it. Oh, we'll have to look it up. There's a fish, wildlife, and park guy that I keep running into that's super into bass fishing. And he was telling me to throw, he said bring my musky lures. He said that, hold on a sec. There's so many dang alarms set. He's telling me that so many of the bass ponds around here get just so much pressure that they've basically seen it all. And the big ones don't bite on anything anymore. So he said, throw something out there that you think they've never seen before. And the bigger, the gnarlier, the better. He just said bass are a species that they'll bite on lures that are as big or even bigger than them, but they have no concept of size. That sounds like a donkey rig. Basically tie a Carolina rig with an extra swivel on the main line, and it uses 2 flukes. Oh, I think I saw a video of that recently. The other swivel, does it just slide on the line and the 2 flukes just kind of go in tandem? I think I saw a YouTube short of that a couple of days ago. Nice. Yeah, I was thinking about tying one of them because it'd be good for pike too. what time is it? Oh my god. Sorry, I got a giant glare here on the screen I'm trying to read. Definitely check out your video. See tips. Yeah, so I'll definitely have to try that. It looked super interesting in the short that I watched. Just the movement of them moving in tandem. I could see how that would definitely bring in fish. And again, I would imagine it would work really well for not just bass, but pike, walleye, brown trout, any kind of predatory species. Cool looking rig. In fact, if I don't get some action here, we might move on to a local pond that I know has some good sized carp in it. And it's also got bass and walleye in it. Never had great luck on walleye there, but I usually kill it on carp. Perch sometimes. There's trout in there as well, but I've never got one out of it. Alright, I don't like chatterbait. Let's try one more lure here. All right, we're gonna try one last one here. We're gonna throw on Meps number 5 bucktail. I've had mixed success with this, with various different species. Not too hopeful. This spot, I don't know, I think it's just too hot and sunny here. You can find somewhere with a little bit of shade. For Meps number 5. All right, none of y'all just saw that. I just bounced my lure off of the pole there, and that. I went $10. Oops. Added a new ornament to the bottom of the river. Another one you should look into is the Inu rig, another bass killer. I've never heard of that. That's what I get for using this cheap ass leader. You, sir, are going in the trash. You just cost me $10. We'll put a real leader on there. I watch a lot of Japanese fishing streams, learned a bunch of things. Yeah, I've watched a handful of Japanese fishing videos. They have some interesting techniques over there, and definitely some lures and stuff, some rigs that we don't use here in the States, that I'm sure would be highly effective.
Why everyone is fighting? Why over there he is dead and saying he's not dead.
Damien, you want to try feeding one more time? We got one more quarter for you, and then we're going to try a different spot. Damien! Come here. There. My last quarter.
One more quarter?
Yeah, you're exactly right, SoCal. I think a lot of it just has to do with the fact that they have never seen it before. Especially the bigger fish. They've been around, a lot of them have been caught once or twice and thrown back. They learn. Fish aren't as brain dead as people want to think they are. They can be quite smart, and they learn. So yeah, if you can throw something unique out there, and I think that's again why the Fish, Wildlife, and Park guy was saying, try musky lures. They're big, they're obnoxious, and most of these little bass ponds, they've never seen anything like that before. Nobody's throwing, 9-inch swim baits and 12-inch swim baits. So, I could see how that could definitely pull in some big ones. All right, I think that's it for this spot. I'll have to try. If you like fishing plastics, the new rig will work awesome for you. Yeah, I do fish plastics, not frequently. I'm more of a crankbait person. Cranks and swim baits. I will say though, the biggest pike that I've ever caught was off of a jig and a plastic. And I've caught a handful of other quite large ones using that same methodology. But I do see people absolutely kill it on bass using rigs like that. All right, but I'm gonna pack up here. I'm gonna head downstream a little bit and see if anybody's at this next fishing hole, and if there is, I think I might swing over to the carp pond that I fish. Oh, we got some mama duck and her goslings. Monster on here. The weeds are gnarly. These poor people. My son, he talks to everyone. He's following a whole group of kids and just talking the ear off of the adult. Just talk, 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 talk. I don't know. That's the hard part about making friends. I think the hardest part is initiating the conversation, and he's definitely got that down. His problem is he just talks, he doesn't listen, which I think a lot of people don't like. Yeah, SoCal, I'm gonna have to look up and see the specifics on how you rig it up. I have a very strong feeling that that donkey rig setup will be an absolute pike killer. Because most of what, you can catch pike on almost anything, and they're all just reaction bites usually. My favorite crankbait that I use is a shallow diving crankbait, and it ticks off the bottom constantly. So you can't fish it in super weedy areas, but I get pike all the time off of it, and it's just the commotion, the movement. So the two flukes moving around like they do, I think would probably just drive them crazy. They'll eat the crap out of it. Damien! What, buddy?
Say?
Yeah, we're gonna go to a new spot.
Is your camera on?
have the cameras on. You can go talk to the people if you want.
Yeah, I thought the people, all of them are nice. Good ones.
No, I mean the people on the camera.
On camera?
Nope.
Okay. What?
Oh, the cap just came off of my red dye stuff. That
Look
could-
at that red dye stuff. No fish.
No fish here. We're gonna try a different spot.
Record your video and we can fish. Fish show.
All right.
Fish show. No missing fish.
I have a video showing exactly how to rig it. Is it a short? I wonder if maybe I saw your short. Maybe that's what it was. Because I think I am subscribed to you, SoCal. I'll have to double check.
Subscribe, comment.
So I know I saw it recently. It was probably within the last week.
Oh, Jason, you forgot something.
What did I forget?
Box. Box. B-O-X.
Oh,
Brainfish.
fish brain.
Fish brain. Fish brain. V-O-X.
That's right. You guys want to check me out? Fish brain VOX. Vox. Yeah, when I stop and watch some videos, I'll definitely check your channel. No luck today. We're gonna try a different spot.
Yep. Yep.
It took me a second to recognize them. I'm like, wait a second, I know what it was.
Is summer school in session?
I have no idea.
Because there's a whole
preschool.
group of
It
I
things.
know that there's, like, I've seen a couple of groups of kids, and there was 2 buses, and I kind of assumed that one of the buses was from the Hooderites.
One was from the Hooderites, and the other one was a bunch of his classmates. So I don't.
Weird.
Yeah,
So maybe.
I must have missed the sign up for it.
Wait,
Have a good one.
yeah, I asked one of them that, are you in preschool right now? I said, no, we're in preschool.
No, not preschool, summer school.
No, they say summer preschool. I mean, that don't mean no work.
Gonna make a video on the Inu rig here in a little bit. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. I'm always interested in trying new rigs. Yeah, it is because it's a lot of, especially the more obscure stuff. Damien, no book today.
Man,
You got a whole bunch of books from the last time that you still haven't read.
one's broken.
Come on. Yeah, but anything that is, obscure, I'm willing to try it out because I most certainly doubt that the fish around here have seen it. Everywhere I go, everybody's throwing the same thing. And they have mixed success with it, but there's a couple of ponds that I fish that I know have massive bass in it. I've never been able to catch them. I catch all the itty bitties.
Woman took a picture of me.
Somebody took a picture of you?
Yeah, I was being the fish.
No. Get out of the road. Come on. Damien, get over.
Then smile. And smile and then the bright light, so it was took a picture of me.
All right. What are you, when you put it in there, put it the other way and all the way in. You see me do this 100 times. Oh my Lord, it's another alarm on my phone.
Stop, we're going fishing.
That's the way to do it, SoCal.
Stop, we're going fishing.
All right, hop in the truck, buddy. kid watches too many of my YouTube videos. Yeah, I think he's my biggest fan.
Oh, it's so hot and toasty.
Yeah, it is pretty toasty in there. Hold on a sec. Just leave your door open for now. I will turn on the air conditioner here in a sec. That's all right.
Oh, I like my bead I got. My grass
Hold on, guys. Oh, I got too much stuff. All right, the next place we stop, I think I might have to stop the stream for a minute to. I'm gonna try and cut my external mic. I keep walking away from the camera, forgetting that I don't have my mic on me. I'm used to filming from my GoPro on my chest.
You wanna see the window? Window? You're driving?
Yeah, I'm gonna set it up. We're gonna stop at a couple of places and see.
Hey, close the door.
Yes. Oh, it is getting hot out today. Yes, you can close the door, buddy.
That's like a cool rocket.
Open that back up. I think you closed something in the door. Alright. It's too hot in the dash right now. The phone will overheat and shut off.
That's why.
Yeah, when we got here, it was from sitting in the dash, it got too hot in the sun. It turned off for a minute.
That's why. That's why 3 beats I found and one.
Alright, I think, guys, I'm actually going to stop the stream for a few minutes here. We're going to drive and find a new spot, and I'll restart the stream when I get there with the mic hooked up. But thanks, SoCal and Josie. Both you guys have been hanging out the whole stream. Appreciate it. I'll be back. It'll probably be 10-15 minutes. Feel free to hop back in. I'll probably be fishing for at least a few more hours. Gotta pick up the kiddo's mom here in a little bit from work. But I will be back in a little bit.